This video is brought to you by our book, Brexit the Colouring Book. Get 25% off the brand new 3rd edition by using code SAUSAGE. The link's in the description. Brexit. If you thought things were done and dusted, oh boy are you mistaken. Because on Wednesday, talks between the EU and UK over the sticky topic of Northern Ireland ground to a halt after some 3.5 hours of back and forth discussion. The lack of agreement on a way forward has led some to warn of an impending sausage war between the UK and EU. So let's explain what's just happened right now. First though, we have to set the scene a little. When the UK left the European Union, it signed up to two main documents, the Withdrawal Agreement and the Northern Ireland Protocol. This second document, the Northern Ireland Protocol, was meant to, as much as possible, avoid the need for a hard border on the island of Ireland. The issue was that this solution hasn't gone down well on the UK side, because goods travelling from Great Britain to Northern Ireland have to be subject to certain import checks, leading to an implicit border in the Irish Sea separating Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Some of these import checks were, by mutual agreement of both sides, given a grace period, during which they could flow freely. Some of these grace periods had been scheduled to end in March, before the UK unilaterally extended them, leading to threats of legal action from the EU side, because, unsurprisingly, you can't change international deals without consulting the other side. As things stand now, other agreed grace periods are also rapidly reaching their end dates, not least the grace period on processed raw meat, such as chicken nuggets or sausages. Unless there's an agreement to extend the grace period or carve out an exemption, sausages made in Great Britain will be banned from entering the EU and Northern Ireland unless they're frozen. And so, in order to mitigate the need for further unilateral action, as well as avoiding further disruption in Northern Ireland, the European Commission Vice President Maroš Šefčovič and the Brexit Minister Lord Frost sat down to try and work through this impasse. Well, they tried and failed. Because, after the marathon session of talks, Šefčovič came out stating that no agreement had been reached, and that patience was wearing very, very thin, with the wider UK-EU relationship at a crossroads. Trust, which should be at the heart of every partnership, needs to be restored. Šefčovič confirmed that the EU had offered the UK a temporary solution to avoid the cliff edge, before a more comprehensive agreement came down the line. The issue being that such a temporary solution would have also involved the UK signing up to a whole bunch of EU regulations and standards on food items, a measure the UK refused to accept. Šefčovič was clear that the EU would not hesitate to take further action if the UK repeats the events of March, stressing that if the UK were to take further unilateral action in the coming weeks, we would not be shy in reacting swiftly, firmly and resolutely to ensure that the UK abides by the international law obligations. When pressed by journalists at his press conference what this may entail, he said that all options were on the table. From legal action against Britain and formal arbitration under the Withdrawal Agreement, to targeted tariffs and the cessation of cooperation in key areas. It's ultimately these targeted tariffs on chilled meats that have given rise to the risk of a so-called sausage war. Any legal action coming up now would be on top of the action the EU already started in March, when the UK first unilaterally extended some of the grace periods. That being said, both sides, at least publicly, have stated their desire to continue hashing out their differences on the matter, with it being expected that the issue will be raised by several individuals at the G7 summit being held in Cornwall this week. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, French President Emmanuel Macron, and outgoing German Chancellor Angela Merkel are all set to attend and speak with Johnson privately, with further rumours swirling that US President Joe Biden will press Johnson not to renege on the protocol. Ultimately, we'll just have to wait and see what happens at the G7, and whether the sausage wars can be resolved, or if Britain will illegally extend the grace periods unilaterally once again. Before we finish, if you want 25% off our book, Brexit the Colouring Book, then be sure to use the code SAUSAGE. The new book features 25 total images from the entire Brexit story, taking you through the whole timeline and letting you colour and remember the history of the process. Find out more and pre-order your copy by clicking the link in the description. The offer ends Saturday. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we release a new video. Special thanks to our Patreon backers who make videos like this one possible. And if you want to see your name at the end of videos, then you too can back us on Patreon. The link to that is in the description.